But and two, yeah, for sure. Okay. Though one of them's not here, so that's fine. I don't see the other one either.
1, 2. Okay.
That's crazy.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We begin on page 128, How Good It Is to Be Together, Hine Ma Tov. Hine Ma Tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. We invite up all of our second and third graders and their teachers, Miss Nancy Hamrick and Elizabeth Block, to come up and light our candles. And any madrichim that we might have with us today. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. And for those who are able, we rise for Kiddush, page 123. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. B'Shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'asei v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh, zeichel yitziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, b'shabat kodshecha be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. Thank y'all.
We turn together to the top of page 127 as we read together 127. There are days we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if we're a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act who care nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, and day of peace. We turn to 138, L'chadodi.
L'chandodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. L'chandodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor medibur echad yishmianu, el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem ultiferet v'litila. L'chandodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. L'chandodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nei elcha, ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'asei b'machasham b'techila. L'chandodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. L'chandodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech kumi ori, ori, זמורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לחנדוני לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחנדוני לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה.
For those who are able, we rise together to greet Shabbat Halmalka.
Oi v'shalom ateret mala gam besimcha uv'tzohola toch emunei hamsegula. Boi chala lechandondi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lechandondi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela.
The bottom page 145, 145. Together, entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There's no place on earth without the presence. We stay right here, our Chetzi Kaddish 144.
יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. בריחו לעילה מן כל מחתה ושירתם תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen. And we invite our second and third graders back up to join us for Baruch Hu.
Please rise.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada da da da, 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 yada da da da. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da da da, Yada dai dai dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai dai dai. Thank you, second and third grade. We turn into 148, roll into dark. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Horei Om Balayla, Kolel Or Mipnei Choshech, Kolel Or Mipnei Choshech, Mechoshech Mipnei Or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Horei Om Balayla, Kolel Or Mipnei Choshech, Kolel Or Mipnei Choshech, Mechoshech Mipnei Or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. We turn to 150, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu uvkumeinu, nasiach mechukecha, v'nismach medivrei Toratecha, ובמצוותיך לעולם בעד, כי הם חיינו מאורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם בלילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Ba'ed. Ve'ahavta את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We continue the top of page 157. Together, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land. The way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Our song of freedom, our Michamocha, on the next page.
Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar ba'kodesh, Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osei bele, Nora tehilot osei bele, Adonai melech leolam vaed. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, Okayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai melech leolam vaed. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai.
The top of page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Our Hashkivenu right there, 160. 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim.
The top of page 163 together. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. This Shamru 162.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
The middle of page 165, we read together. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. For those who are able, we rise together for our tefillah 166. Hey boys, come stand right in the middle. Right here. Right here. Perfect. Face down. Face down. No, face down. Perfect. Stay right there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך חוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We turn to page 173 as we read together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue with our Mitzvah 174.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu Be'amcha Yisrael U'tefilatam be'ahava tekabel U'tehil ratzon Tamid avodat Yisrael Yisrael Amecha El karov lechol kore'av penei elav hatecha v'choneinu shefoch ruchacha aleinu v'techezena eineinu b'shuvcha l'tzion berachamim. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato l'tzion l'tzion l'tzion.
Together at the top of page 179. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace. and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. Make a temperate reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praise you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech hadon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech hadon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. We take a few moments for private prayer. Yihu l'ratzon imrei fi. Yihu l'ratzon imrei fi. V'hegion libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri v'goali. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you. O God, my rock and my redeemer. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, ve'imeru, amen.
At this moment in our service, we think of those in our community, those especially who are in need of healing of body or spirit. We are thinking of Jeremy Applebaum, Sophia Barry, Arit Cohen, Richard Epstein, Anna Claire Fernandez, Cindy Land, Marilyn Leeds, Richard Magnati, Paul Musteller, Stephen Muss, Ron Ostreicher, Malka Bat Rachel, Jerry Sklar, Tyler Straxner, Pat Thibodeau, Cindy Underwood and Alan Unger, and Brenda Weinstein. For those who are with us tonight, if you're thinking of a loved one, a friend, someone who means so much to you, and you wish to share their names out loud, we invite you either by rising or as my eyes meet yours. For those names mentioned out loud and for those names that are still in our hearts, our Misha Berach, our prayer for healing, middle of page 371.
Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Le'imoteinu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imoteinu Mekor HaBracha La'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I want to invite up all of our kids. This is a family service, so we're going to tell a story, to come up and sit on the Bema steps with me. Now the Shabbat Bavakasha. Guys, take a seat. I don't want to stand there. Guys, come on, a little closer.
There are more steps.
Okay, there are more steps right over here. I swear, I won't be Socratic on you. Only it's. Okay. Actually, I'm going to come over here so I can see you. Okay. So I want to do a little show and tell. So if there was tomorrow morning and we were going to open the Torah, and where we are in our Torah portion in the book of Genesis, we come across this saying, and the word is, and he kissed him. So this is a story about one brother forgiving his other brother, okay? But this one's kind of special. So again, if we were to open up the Ark and unroll the Torah, we would see this phrase, and for some reason, there are these special dots. Special dots. See the dots? I'm not making it up. You guys believe me? Okay, over the word, okay? In our congregation, sorry, I'm not really good at printing, but there are dots above Vaishkehu, and he kissed him. There's these dots, okay? Dots over the world. So everyone, every Torah that is written has these dots, okay? So we're all on board with the dots. So why the dots? And that's what we're going to talk about. You already want to go for the answer?
Maybe like, does something special happen?
Something special. Yeah, we're going to get that. Something special. Okay, raise your hand if you have a brother or sister. Raise your hand if you love playing nonstop and your sibling is absolutely perfect? Raise your hand if sometimes your brother or sister, if they get underneath your skin, they get to your nerves. Okay. Okay. Raise your hand if you think your parents give more attention to your sibling. Lillian, you can be honest. Okay. Raise your hand if they play with your toys.
Wait, what?
If they play with your toys. Do you get mad when they play with your toys?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your hand if they eat your snacks. Okay. Raise your hand if you're trying to do something like watch your favorite show and your parents change the TV because of them. Does that happen a lot? Okay. Okay. And finally, raise your hand if sometimes you wish your brother and sister would just go on a really long vacation with your grandparents or your aunts and uncles. Double hands. Okay. Guess what? What you're feeling is totally normal. So, of course, Lillian Davis Wright with a commentary about her sister, but nevertheless, so a very long time ago,
When dinosaurs were back then?
depends about your belief. But anyways, two twins were born. The eldest, his name was Esau. Everyone say Esau. And the youngest was named Jacob. So we had two twin brothers, but one had to be older. Okay? Because one comes out first. When the boys were growing up, they had different things they liked to do. Esau loved to play in the woods. Who likes to play in the woods? You live in the woods. Okay. Jacob, on the other hand, he had other hobbies and passions, but sometimes Jacob, he became a little bit of a trickster regarding his brother. That's a good thing. Well, sometimes his tricks, they weren't so nice. What do you think he may have done? What's not nice to your sibling?
Actually.
You forgot? What do you think?
Them barging into your room and not giving you privacy?
Okay, so not giving you privacy, bursting into your room. I would say that's not a nice thing with your sibling. What else?
They took something of yours
They
and then break it.
They took something of yours. So believe it or not, Jacob took something from Esau. So one time Esau came home.
Was it his life?
It wasn't his life. It's a little bit earlier in the book of Genesis. We'll go back to Cain and Abel, but that's for next year's family service, okay? What up, Reuben? What do you want to tell me?
Jacob steal Esau's birthright?
Ah, the birthright. So he didn't so much steal it. He tricked his brother. He forced him because according to the Torah, Esau was so tired. He came in from this big hunt and Jacob made this delicious stew. For you guys, imagine it was a big Chick-fil-A sandwich. That's what you got. Okay, there you go. Okay.
My parents don't let me eat it anymore.
I'll talk to them later, I promise. Okay. So, Esau was so hungry and he had to eat in order for him to get his strength. And Jacob said, I'll give you some of my food or I'll give you the sandwich, but one thing you have to give me is your birthright, meaning that Jacob would become the eldest born son and Esau would go back to the younger brother. Do you think that was nice of Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, we'll keep on moving down our story. But that later in life, Jacob did something that was unbelievable. He pretended to be his brother. If only the Torah, we could push that button with sound effects.
Can I push it?
It's being facetious. We'll get there. Anyways. And he tricked his father to get his dad's blessing. So what do you think his dad's blessing? So what do you guys want for Hanukkah? What is the most important thing? Just list it out loud.
My
Family. Oh, what else?
Dictionary.
A Pictionary?
A
dictionary. A dog. Okay. What? A what? A peg? Okay.
A chicken.
A chicken? One more. Okay, one more. Okay. Okay, dress. Okay. What do you got?
I know something I'm getting. Fish.
Okay, so imagine if your sibling took something that you cherished and wanted the most. How would that make you feel? No, how would that make, really, how would that make you feel? That you were supposed to get this, but it,
I'll be happy.
you'd be happy, the younger would be. Okay, yes.
I get revenge.
You know something? Believe it or not, Esau was so mad at his brother, he wanted revenge, and he swore if he ever ran into his brother once more, that he would find a way to harm him. And Jacob ran away, and Esau ran away. But guess what happens in life? We grow up, we become stronger in our brains, we get a bigger heart, we become kinder, and we realize one thing, that even though we may not get along with our brother and sister, sooner or later, we know our siblings may be our closest and best friends. So later in life, Jacob had to run into his brother. There's no way that he was going to escape it, and Esau became very powerful.
I thought Esau was going to end him.
Esau thought he was going to end him. Jacob first tried to send him gifts in order to make sure he wasn't harmed, and finally Jacob had to do what the hardest thing we have to do in life. And what do you think that? What, nope. What do you think the hardest thing to do is? What do you think? See him again? That was really hard, but he had to apologize. Say sorry. So according to the Torah, when Jacob fell to the floor, that's how they said sorry many, many, many years ago. And his brother picked him up, Esau, and kissed him. On the cheek, on the cheek. On the cheek. Okay? Guys, one day you'll go to Europe. Anyways, but the kiss was so genuine and meaning thoughtful and kind, that our rabbis noticed the special dots over the word because two brothers finally became that close.
Did he propose?
He did not propose. So the moral, what do you think the moral of the story is? What do you think?
Forgiving someone.
Forgiving someone, but what?
Saying I'm sorry.
Say I'm sorry, but what else? So what did we start off complaining about?
Don't steal your siblings.
Okay, your siblings may bother you, but what may happen later in life? No, you may become, and we hope that you become best friends and close. That your siblings, yes, they may drive us crazy, but at the end of the day, you share a special bond with each other, and that's why these dots remind you that as much as they may drive you crazy, Lillian Davis, right? The Torah says our siblings can be our best friend, and we love them. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
My sister wears too much makeup.
We rise together, Aleinu 586. Boys, go open the ark for me. Leave your book.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. מה אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. On this Shabbat, we recall the yortzites of Joni Plaus Bayer, Jeanette Berman, Harold Bowman Black Jr., Davida Sanborn Black, William Bremen, Lena Brenner, Frank Book, Ned Kaheen, Christopher Rosenbaum Callahan, Bert Cotton, Peggy Cowan, Samuel K. Davis, Hyman Dorsky, Leo Eagle, Richard Allen Elkis, Tilly Feinfeld, Frankie Engel, Julius Fies, Rhea C. Fleur, Sylvia Gabbis, Joe Goldstein, Nathan Goldstein, Lawrence Harold Goldstein, Nathan Goldstein II, Barbara Goldstone, Harry Hanover, Carl Hess, Ann Goldblatt Kahn, Abraham Cantor, Ethel P. Kaufman, Mitchell Kravitz, Harry Krenspin, Edward M. Lazarus, Claudia Levinson, David Gordon Lyon, George J. Mayer, Rachel Bat Miriam, Etta R. Meyerson, Hank Ovson, Miriam G. Phillips, David Rich, Morris Rogoff, Abraham Rubin, Aaron Rosemore, Edna Levinson Rosen, Leonard Salit, Sarah Schneiderman, Carolyn Turner, Bertie M. Unger, Minnie Mae Wald, Adolph Weil Jr. and Morris Wertheimer, and a heartfelt condolences in the recent passing of, and I want to mention Steve Brickman's cousin, Barak Daniel Halperin, who lost his life defending our indigenous homeland in Israel. He fell in Gaza. Amelia Love, Jimmy Rotenstreich, and Edgar Merle Zimmerman. May all their blessings forever be a blessing and avenged. If it is your custom to rise for Mortis Kaddish, we invite you to do so, and we turn to page 598. Yikadal v'ikadash shemei rabbah, v'yomad yivrach reotei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayachon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei kol beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'zman kariv v'yomru,
Amen.
Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam alamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei nekudusha
Brichu.
le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'omav v'yimru
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru
Amen.
Osei shalom b'imromav Huya say shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru.
Ose shalom b'imromav, huya se shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru. Amen. And I'm going to invite our young ones back to the steps one last time to sing some Hanukkah songs. So join us in singing. If you're, no right. Shabbat Shalom and an early happy Hanukkah. We're doing motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. And we have a festive oneg downstairs. Please join us in honor of 2nd and 3rd grade and Hanukkah.